Good. Yes, good. Okay, so that might have, we're going that's that too. Okay, so again, efficiency in movement is the key to everything that we're doing. We're just trying to be as efficient as possible. Serving, attacking, however, or passing, however our movement is efficient as possible. I recommend if you have people with a lot of extra movements, creating a warm-up so that they're doing it, they're trying to emulate little movement, you know, this. Okay, so take the ball away, then add the ball, and when they start doing this, no, that's not what you just did. Okay, so just trying to create as efficient movements as possible. From the service line, your service strategy, again, that's going to vary from team to team in an effort to help you win. I would recommend having servers from multiple spots along the end line. Okay, if you can have 2 servers from over there, 2 from here, and 2 from there, and they're not in a specific order, you're keeping the other team's balance off from how they receive serve. I don't recommend, unless you're really bad at serving, and that might be an issue, then you need to aim in the middle because they're going to miss way wide. Okay, then maybe you have to do that. But if you can have servers in different spots, if you can have some standing floaters and some jump floaters, I might let at the beginning of the season or in tryouts, 4 kids start working on a jump float, and then maybe the 2 of them that are the best at it, you know, they jump float during the games, and then you've got some different things to throw passers off balance. And then if you were at the last one, when we talked about the error game, it's just how many points do you want to give away during, you know, from the service line? Are you a team that just serves in? Do you serve for zones? Do you have multiple players on your high school team that play club? Okay, well then they've probably have a lot more experience and they can serve it a little bit harder. Again, that stuff's going to be a little bit up to you, but I think about those formulas. This year, for example, for us, remember our 20% passer, okay? Who scores all our points is going to be in middle back defense. In the 3 rotations, she's in middle back defense. I'm going to serve more aggressively because I think that teams would try to pick on her, and that's an area that they can find her. Okay? Now, she's not totally deficient, like she has some skill, but I'm going to serve slightly more aggressive when I'm in my weakest defensive position. When she's blocking, we've got 3 gigantic blockers, I'm going to serve in. Okay, and so we've had players come into our office and said, based on our defensive rotation, you serve in. Okay, and then we let some people take chances, we let some be aggressive. But think about that as your season is progressing, is where do we want to take our chances, where do we not? For the last one, let's just pretend like we're playing serve, receive 6-on-6. Let's have you 3 be our primary passers. Then one of you guys line up like you're in the middle, you could be like a setter. Can I borrow 1 more volunteer just so we have 6? You won't have to do anything. Just come on out. All right. On the back, really, this is hard to walk through because you don't know anybody's positions. Come on, you can be in left front. Okay. So I just did on the back of your sheet, and I put a standard outside hitters follow setters lineup. So you're our outside hitter, you're our middle, you're our right side, you're our other outside, and you're probably our libero who's in for our middle. Okay, I just drew up 6 patterns that are simple. Probably a lot of you use them. Okay, and on this side, on the other side of it, I put middles follow centers. Okay, so in that world, you would go there, you would go here, you would go there, you would go here. And, again, we don't know anybody's positions, so it's not really relevant. There's some tricks involved, okay? We will be in middles follow setters most likely this fall. The reason we are doing that is because, as you can see on your sheet, when we DS for you, and you're my 20% passer, it allows us in 5 of the 6 rotations to go 80-20 with you, our third best passer. So we got libero DS and another DS that'll come in for him. It allows us 80-20 in 5 of the 6 rotations where you're only on a sideline taking a sliver. Okay, so that middle column right there, if you don't have outside hitters who are good passers, that's a good one to think about. Okay? The tricky part about it is that it's going to require some outside hitters to play some right and some left. And so we will be training all of our outside hitters in our preseason, and it started last spring, on blocking both left and right. And it's simply a formula to create our best passing situation in all 6 rotations. We think that we have the ability to hit and do the other stuff if we can pass. Another alternative I would say is if your right side, say you have a small, say you've got a bunch of good DSs and kind of a small outside hitter, you could line up that small outside hitter as your right side, and she could play all 6 rotations and pass in good situations in all of those. So there's just different ways to line up and serve receive to help your serve pass situation. So I drew some on your sheet here for you to try it out. I might be speaking a different language to some of you guys. You might not find it helpful at all. But what I would encourage you to do is just take your best passers and try to create a lineup around it. If in the serve pass game you get aced 3 times and miss 3 serves, that's 6 right out the bat. So if you can avoid getting aced, that's a great way to drop your number of errors in the game. In some it might not work. In some lineups it might not be possible. But look at different serve receive guys. Start penciling in your players' names. Think about how you could line up. Think about what you can do. And if it doesn't get too crazy with hitters moving all over the place, it might be worth a try. I know we looked at that stuff a lot. Let me do just a couple of passing drills. Let's get you 3 can be my 3 pass drill. Thank you. I told you we wouldn't have to do anything. You should just standing around sometimes helps. Let's go. You guys can be the servers. You guys can you target for me? Perfect. Okay, this game we call 2.2 passing. So you guys get 10 serves. You guys need to get to 22. Okay, and can you count for me as 3 is a perfect pass, 2 is an average pass, 1 is kind of and 0 is if they get aced. So your target or your coach or whoever it is going to count cumulative. So if the first pass is perfect, you're going to go 3. If the second pass is perfect, you're going to say 6. You're trying to get to 22 while you guys are counting to 10. 2.2 passing, so we consider that a good score. They get to 22 first, they win. If they get to 10 before they're at 22, they win. So this is servers versus passers. 2.2 passing. Fire away. Five. Good. Following it's good one. Fellas, you're in trouble. Oh, there you go. You'd say 8 again. You guys count to 10? Are you guys saying it? All right. Let's see if they get to 22.
11.
All right. What advice would you give these guys right now? Well, I'd talk more. I'd say who's got short, who's got deep. And I'd say, they practice for a minute. I can't believe you guys don't have this down yet. Just kidding. I would say when the server's from over there, you guys should creep this way. And when the server's from over there, you guys should creep this way. Okay? Well, let's give them a chance to call short and deep. Who's got short, who's got deep? That's over there, come off the side. Let's get that. Come on. Right, so when he goes to serve, Let's get this one. This one. Yep, this help out. So you can give up that little space, man. 10, how many did we get? 20. Okay, so they passed a 2.0. Very simple. If you want this rule to last longer, you go 20 serves, 44 points. If you want to do it multiple times, okay, you guys are 1-0, rotate. you know, and then I'll play again. You can play a game with 5, and they rotate every time. Okay, so 2.2 passing, we do a 4-point scale, play 2.6, but that's not relevant, but it's just a good way for servers and passers to compete. Go ahead, you guys play one more. And on the other side, if you need to be doing something else, you can be doing something else. If they miss a serve, you can give the passers 3, or you can create some rules. We, a lot of times, to encourage aggressive serving, we give them 2 misses long. So we might go 20 serves, 44 points, and you can miss 2 long. But if they miss the net, boom, 3 for these guys. If you miss long ones, it's a wash. It does not count as one of the 10. Just to encourage them to serve aggressively at the end line. Any misses over 2 counts as a miss and 3 points for these guys. That's our 2.2 passing. Another one, so different game, rotate. You guys can just keep rotating throughout this. Passing pyramid. These are in the dark box. Same point system. They need to get 5 points in 2 serves. So they need to get a 3 and a 2. And once they get that, they go to the next level, which is 7 points in 3 serves. And then 11 points in 5. Why would we do 11 by 5? That's 2.2. Okay, so if they pass the 2.2, they'll succeed in the pyramid. At any point, if they don't, you can do however you want. You can go back to the beginning, or you can go just one level down, however you want to do it. But that's our passing pyramid. So here we go. We gotta get 5 and 2. Now they need a 2. You give it a 1 or a 2?
I'll give her a 2 because I want to win.
All right. So now they need 7 and 3. 7 and 3 is actually probably the easiest one. Maybe it should be 8. Again, however you want to score it, if you have bad passing, if you have good passing, you can make it harder and you can make it easy, but that 11 and 5 is a nice 2.2 system. Nice scoop. You can also, if you allow your middles to play short balls and team serve receive, we insert them here in a given rotation. When we play this, a lot of times we'll do specific rotations. Like we'll line up in rotation 1 passing, and I'll put the middle where the middle stands. And the middle can help with that ball. And we might be doing, again, we have 3 courts, and we have 14 players and 4 coaches. I know you don't have those luxuries. Go ahead. What are we on? Do we go back down? We're out, so we need 11 points and 5? Let's do it. Ooh, good. Okay, so now they would go back down, right? Or back to the beginning, however mean you want to be as a coach. The last one that I just wrote in here, a simple one. This is a good one if you can play it multiple times, and as a coach, if you're distracted by something, they can do it on their own. It's just 5 perfect before 2 aces. Okay, so you can do, if you want to make it competitive, you could say you guys get 2 misses, and after that, everyone is a perfect. You guys need 5 perfect before 2 aces. So if they're maybe going really aggressive at the beginning, and then once they've missed their 2, maybe they have to become more conservative. You could say, don't miss any. Every miss is perfect. But go ahead, I'll give you guys 1 miss. Okay, you guys need 5 perfect passes before they get to 2 aces. 1. So this is actually a decent ratio in terms of, usually you can get 5 perfect passes in 10 to 12 passes. You got room for 1 ace during a game. When that second ace occurs, that kills you. I would think in most high school games there's an ace a game, if not more. Can I get some head nodding? How many aces happen in a high school game? 4, 3 or 4. How many service misses happen? 3 or 4? 8? I got an 8 down here. We've had 8 in the collegiate game before, actually. It's hilarious. We win the game. Yeah, so like those numbers matter. Those numbers matter a lot to be honest. I think it's probably an overlooked